Hello FlowStube, this is Anna from BBO3 AAV channel, and I'm talking to you on Sunday. Back in Cambridge, back from doing my DOV course this week has been eventful. I can't believe it's been just 1 week since half term. It feels like it's been a month. So yeah, not much teaching happening here. Work being busy. I spent the whole weekend looking after teenagers. Had about 6 hours of sleep in the last 2 nights, and sadly, it's Monday tomorrow, although it feels, I have to say, like I'm due for another weekend. It's just been relentless, and it's only going to get worse from now on, because what we've been doing, we've done a practice for the Bronze Awards for the Duke of Edinburgh. We're going to have the real Bronze Awards in July, and that's when we go to the Pigs around Bakewell, and it's always eventful, and it's 76 kids doing it this year. I'm not organizing, thank God for that. But I've done a bit of a walk. I had 2 groups yesterday. I had 1 group with 6 girls. Started fine. I had 2 girls in my group who never done any walking in their life. Like, they had no idea what to bring despite all the sessions. They could not adjust the rucksack. The rucksack was wrong. I had to repack. I had to show them how to put everything. Sorry, I just got a pop-up. I hate that thing. I hate about Microsoft. Keep giving you all the pops up without me making a decision. They just want to update and they start doing it. I think they should ask me whether or not I want first. It's my old Mac. So anyway, yeah, that was crazy. And then we'd gone halfway through. Another teacher had to pull out because she had something coming up. So she was like, can you take my group? Which is another 7 girls. I took another 7 girls. So I ended up with 13 15-year-old girls. And the group got handed over. They're all musical. My school is quite big on music department. Like in the top 10% for science and music in the country. So yeah, first hour they went through the entire Frozen catalogue. I'm not really into that. The second half of the journey, they just decided they're gonna go through the Wizard of Oz, the musical. Thank God, no one there to do the Wicked, Defying Gravity. If they went there, I think that would have been the end. I think that's what's going to happen on the bus, because it's going to be a 5-hour drive when we go to the Pigs. And last year, I was non-stop singing, like literally non-stop. And there's 16 kids in that bus, and the whole bus, it's like pitch perfect too. Like, that's how it feels. Only I'm sitting right next to them. I have a stereo sound. So, hello. That's one of my cats. It's a girl. Lupin. You want to say hi? Nah, she's shy. I think she was dropped as a baby because when we got her, she was already like this. She's startled, like, don't go anywhere near. When the guy comes to wash my windows, she doesn't like anyone new in the house. She just hides on top of the fridge. And she thinks she's invisible. Clearly not. Yeah, so I'm back from GV. It rained for both days. So it rained the entire day yesterday. And it rained the whole night. And it rained today. Having to put tents in the rain, having to bring the wet tent back home is not fun. And since we moved, we don't have the railing to dry the tent, so just put it over the ladder. See if it dries. I have a 3-person tent, but it's rather large, so it's more like 4 to 5 people. It's huge. It's a big tent. It's a really big tent, and it's going to take a couple of days to dry. I need it dry before the next trip. So yeah, not much stitching. What I want to talk about is what I have done this week. A tiny bit of the whole. I was hoping that I'm gonna put all the materials together for the baby sampler. I just got back and showered, and I still have stuff to unpack and to clean after my cats. And I went to bed at 12 last night because kids been singing, and one idiot brought a ukulele. They're not supposed to, and we take the phones away. In order to pass the thing, they have to be without any electronic devices, any sat nav. So we've taken the phones from them, tied them up. And I think it's the first time they were stuck with no TV, no stereo, no mobile phone, no tablet, so nothing, no internet. And it came as a shock for some of them. They're just like, wow, all this free time. So they've been talking and just playing around, being silly until 12, and then Some of them woke up just after 4:15. Really loud, they decided. Seriously, like no campsite etiquette. They just decided it's worth having a really loud conversation. And then the rest of them kind of started waking up between 4:15, 5:15. So I've been up pretty much since 4:15, but I've forced myself out of the tent 5:15. Started walking, managed to get to school, everything organized. I think it's the rain. They just didn't want to sleep in the rain, and it gets light really early and they're not used to it. Yeah, so this week I can summon as one word: frogging. It's been a sad week. I realized on a Monday I made a massive poo-poo 6 years ago. Nearly cried. Took me the entire Tuesday to get over it and bring myself to frog. So I'll show you my fuchsias, which is the main project I've been working on. And as you can see, there is a big chunk missing. There's a really big chunk missing. Chunk which took me nearly 4 hours to frog, so I wouldn't accidentally damage the fabric. This is what I'm missing. I had those 2 stalks and the bulbs. And now the sun is out. Like, seriously, I spent 40 hours in the rain and now it's sunny. There's no justice in this world. So yeah, those things, those 2 bulbs and the stalks attached to them, I've stitched them 6 years ago and I put it away. And when I started stitching the sepals, those 2 orange ones on the fuchsias this week, I have realized that even this petal wasn't fitting properly because there was a bulb right in the middle which went all through here. If you look at the top where I have the greenish background, I'll move it slightly closer so you can see better. So I have green here, here, and here, and here. Now I'm going to show you the chart so you can see the picture. Can you see that the stalks for the 2 bulbs begin here? I, however, started them there. So it's about an inch and a half in height. So I went lower, which means this whole section, I'm going to bring it close so you can see where it's been ripped. I don't know if you can see. I have massaged my fabric. Give it a good massage. I will wash it. It's a little bit of residue stuck here. It's been sad. I realized on a Monday and I was so upset. Like, oh my god, this is a kit. I don't know what the colors are because they just give you the symbol. That's it. I needed daylight, so I spent the entire Tuesday, came home and it was really nice outside. It wasn't sunny, but it was really light. So I took my DMC color card, went outside, sat in my garden with the 40 colors, whatever was left over from the kit, and I color matched them all to my card. That was my first round. Then I pulled all my boxes for the DMC. I think I have four boxes filled with DMC thread. And I went, because for some colors I wasn't sure, is it this one or is it one next to it? So I sat with the actual bobbins. I was 3 colors short. And I was running low on some, so I've done some purchasing this week just for these DMC threads. But I didn't have it 3 colors. Fortunately, I had the others, so I could make a decision. Took about 2.5 hours of color coding, color matching really, really carefully. Is this the correct one? Am I sure is this the correct one? So now I have a complete key and I have all the colors, because on the orange one here, one of the shades, I now have 1 thread left. It's been used extensively here, and on yellow I have only 1 thread left. Lanarte gave you 10 to 20% extra threads, but the 2 bulbs I frogged, they were rather large. They about 5 days for me. With my speed now this week, at least 5 days solid work. What I wanted to do is I wanted to do the 2 sepals, go to the petals on the bottom and do all the pink background, so I will have the complete piece finished. So I spent Monday doing this one. Rearranged, really quickly realized it was a disaster. I couldn't believe it. went to bed on it, decided I'll wake up in the morning, have a look in the morning, I realized, no, this is definitely a mistake. Tuesday was just a reaping session, massive frogging and color matching. I first color match just to make sure I do it, otherwise, I don't know, I was ready to burn this thing. And then the rest of the week I've done this second sepal, and I started on the purple purples, and I'm about 1/3 in because it goes quite extensively towards here and to the bottom. With the speed I've been having this week, I think it will take me 2 to 3 weeks to finish because I'm ridiculously slow at the moment. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I don't. I'm going to stitch in it today because I'm tired. But if tomorrow I have any more energy, I will take all of my materials out so I can start getting up my sampler for the baby. I really need to start it. I also need to start the card for my hairdresser's baby. Another thing I wanted to show is that Lanarte kits, they done using original work from the artist. So they charted based on original work, which means a lot of the project will come with the signature of the artist. It's really pale in green here. And I've done one project, which is also from watercolor collection, but it has a girly face. I need to make a tour of whatever I have actually on display in my house. And I stitched the artist's signature, but for this one I will stitch my initials or my signature and the year, because as I mentioned, this is going to my grandmother's room. And I think she will appreciate it more if I just have the year I finished it and my own initials. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, sadly. Another thing I've started is this kit for the necklace, which came in the most recent Cross Stitch magazine. The threads are synthetic, once again. They give you the materials and the choice of 9 charts to go for 3 buttons. I have enough materials for 3 buttons. I probably have enough floss for about 6, but I definitely don't have more of those plastic ones. And I've chosen 3. I've done 1 complete. Little bolts. I altered it a little bit, like 1 cross. So to me it looks much more balanced now. And I'm working on the 2 birds. The only things I'm changing is I already done this one, which I backstitched fully. I just decided I'm going to give it an eye using the French knot, because it looked exactly like this one. This is all stitched, it just misses some backstitching and the eye, and then there will be 2. It's really stiff, even if it's really starched. So when I finish stitching them, I stitch freehand because they're so small. I'll wash the fabric and then I will make the buttons. As you can see, I've done this one and I'm working on this one. The third one I'm going to go for is the one in the middle with the oriental pattern. And that's the 3 I'm going to stitch and finish it as a necklace for my mum, who has blue eyes. And aim for me is to complete it this week. I would like to finish it by next Sunday, so I'll have my kit finished and work as much as I can on this. Right, and that's all the stitching I've done. It's pretty much nothing. I had a little bit of a haul. I'm going to show you what I've got. I got more of the Petite Treasure, and I did not get all of it. I just got some of the Petite Treasure braid. Got those 2 pinks, those are new to me. Which means I now have a complete selection of all the pinks, magentas, purples, lilacs, lavender colors, all of those. I think from what I can remember, I do have color cards for them. This is pretty much all the pinks they do in the range. They also have this one, which is like silver but slightly pink. Quite like it. And they have this one, which is again silvery. It's between silver gold and a little bit of a pink, so a bit of a copper in that. It's very pale. I don't have the entire Petite Treasure braid, and some of them are in flossaway bags. I've used them, and like this one, I just need a tiny bit for my box of delights, and I left the needle. But I have a few. I love this one. I have a color card for the Petite Treasure braids For quite a lot of rainbow galleries, actually. I have several ones. Oh, my cat is back. I think she's interested in birds outside. And I have a Kreinik, so if I really want for Mirabilia, I can do more color matching, because this is a dream to work with. Those are amazing. I got a little bit of fabric in the post. I ordered a month ago. Jodie Design, the British hand-dyed artist. She does little bags, so you can get some and try different fabrics. You never know what you're gonna get. It's just the cut-offs, or she does some batch trials and just to work out a new color. And I go for even with linen. I'm not really interested in either for that. And when you order, it can either give you 2 medium pieces or 3 small ones. So this is the one I went for, and I ended up having 3 small ones. The size each one is enough to make a card, and it's Taster Pale to Neutral pack. Got 3 colors. They don't have a name. They might never be used on a regular fabric. They might become her special selection. She does fabric a month, or she may never reproduce it. But you can see it's been cut from the side. So I have this, and I'm guessing this is size 28 to 32, 28. And I have those, which I think are Lugana. Those are size 25, so they're really large. It's really pale pink, and you can see the ripples from the water. It's quite nice. And another 25. I don't know, 25 is quite large. It's quite large to make a card. It's just going to be humongous. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I might do like a Bisconia or a little anchor for my scissors. I have several scissors and I keep losing them, so it might become handy. And then I got the second pack, which was also even with, but I got 2 pieces there, and they're larger. They are mini size, and the taster pack was called Dark Colors, Darkers. And I like both of them. I have this, which is quite dusty. It's a purple with a little bit of pink, and I think, honestly, either grey is like a greenish tint. It's quite a nice piece, so I can do something cute, spacey pattern, or a little mermaid, little seashell. And this is the one I like. This is 28 count even with, but I really like the color. It's more purple, it's less dusted. It could be very early sunrise. It's lovely. I love this one. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. I need to give a tour to you of my fabrics. I don't have that many, but I tend to buy small packs, get taster packages, just to see what the colors are like, because I think they're interested. Unfortunately, they don't come with a name, they don't come with a count. I don't know if I can, even if I like them, whether or not I can buy them. Like, I've had this, is Café La 20 count opalescent, and that's the leftover from the fabric I had, and I'm going to keep it as a color card. So if I ever want to buy it, this is Opal Brittany, I will have a pretty realistic piece left. I also had 2 magazines, one on my subscription and one because I'm a sucker to Instagram. I gave it basically to the Instagram. I've seen a pattern from that. This is Cross Stitch in Needlework, July 2014, and I bought it because it has a mermaid by Nora Corbett. Remember I mentioned I quite fancy doing all of the mermaids in the Mirabilia. There are 18 as of now. There might be more coming, but I want one more, which is done by Chatted by Nora Corbett. And I've seen the picture of this on Instagram, and I was like, I need to have this in my collection as of yesterday. So I'll source this on eBay. It was a pretty good deal. I got this for $450, which is a really good deal. So it arrived on Saturday. I only saw it just now when I came in. But it also has another pattern, which I love. And I think something I will stitch. It's a Quaker Flourishes. Love this. It's done by Karen Kluber. She's the designer behind the Rosewood Manor. Interestingly, this whole one is charted using DMC threads. This is not a single cast or with dice works on it. This is novel Danny. This is just pure to God DMC. But the key for DMC is quite big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 colors. So I either going to do this charted, or I can look at my collection of specialty flosses. I don't have a massive one, but I do like them. I have quite a few, because I do like them. The rest is cute. There's like lots of cute patterns, but I can't see them calling me, can you please stitch me? Like, I know a lot of people like Ursula Michael. A lot of people I've seen on YouTube, they love those designs, but I just don't know what to do with them. I like to look at them, but I'm not gonna do something. I like this. I need to stop going for Christmas designs, but I think this is quite cute. And I don't like gnomes, but I do like this. So, a really good find on eBay. And I got my first issue of Cross Stitch Gold. I've just started subscribing this week. It's my first, this month, it's the first issue I got. And it's not bad. Sometimes I don't like a single part, and sometimes I would like a couple. This one, I do like a couple. I'm pleasantly surprised. They always do a series. I'm going to show you the pictures so it will look with me. I don't like this. Like, it's not nice. It's just, where would I ever put it? It's really not me. I do like to stitch girls, princesses, mermaids, fairies. And next week, I'm going to show. I'm going to show when it arrives next month what they're going to have. This has chart on the top. They have some flowers, which again, they're pretty. They're really pretty. But they're a bit too simplistic to put on a wall, and it takes a while to stitch. So I don't know. Don't think I will ever stitch this one. But it's nice. It could be completed for someone. Like, I'm a sucker for samplers. For the house, things like Love is in This House, Home Sweet Home, Home is Where Laughter Is. So there's another one in this magazine, and I like it. I really do. I like it. But I already have a sampler downstairs by the door. I have two. I have two samplers. One is my favorite project ever. I need to show it to you. It's done 40 count, and I stitched it. The chart came in 2012, and I stitched this 2012 because 2012 was a big year in my life. I got my PhD graduation, we bought a house, we got married. I got a job I absolutely loved as a postdoc. I was loving the Olympics. It was just, the year was amazing. It was just amazing year. Yeah, and we got engaged the same year. In Russia, you don't get engaged. So my husband and me were like, we're not going to get engaged, not going to get engaged. And then he proposed and we got married 2 months later. But to be honest, I thought we're never going to get married. That's long engaged. Another design I like is Anka. Anka runs a series for the cross stitch for the gold. And they do little cottages quite often. I have a pattern which I bought on eBay, just ripped from one of these. Sometimes they rip the magazine apart and they sell them parts. So I have one more, and I have 2 or 3 issues, back issues of this magazine. So I can have a whole collection of these cottages. And I don't know what it is. Like, I don't like living in such cottages. I don't even like visiting that much because even and I'm quite a short person. I'm 5'6". Even I sometimes accidentally hit myself on the head because the beams are really short, like they're really low. My husband was not going to survive in it. And they cost you an arm and a leg to repair. They are rather expensive to do. You have to do it quite often. I have this sampler, which I'm never going to stitch. I have a seaside cabin. This I really like. I love dinosaurs. I loved dinosaurs as a child. So if one day I have a child and I have a baby boy, or I need to give someone a baby boy present, it's really nice. This is something I can see myself stitching. The colors are vibrant, it will be quick, easy engagement. Then I have a pillow, which is beautiful, but it looks a little bit like chatelaine, some of the chatelaines, like the shining swans, I think, the swans one, the one Lovely Ray is stitching. There's something like reminiscent in it, but I don't know. It's not gonna go with the decor in the house. And also, I have 2 pillows I've stitched. I'm a bit scared of laying down on them. Oh yeah, and there is a preview for the next one. So that's page 1. So that would be the anchor kit. There will be the peacock. Where we're going for the Duke of Edinburgh, there will be lots of peacocks. And they wake up at 3:30, particularly when they have mating season. The card ideas. And on this side, you have another pillow, which I quite like, and I love it, but it looks like it's hand-dyed fabric, which you can't wash, so not a good idea for the pillow. Another Home Sweet Home. Quite a simple sample. And this, I have no idea what it is. Not my cup of tea. And the last but not least from that magazine, they had cards. 4 cards, charts. Quite like them. Particularly for a female, like to give as a gift. I think they're brilliant. Really nice charts. Really, really like it. Right, what I'm going to do next week, as I've said, the necklace. Work on fuchsias probably for 3 to 4 days. I'm gonna pull all the materials for the baby sampler and I'm gonna start on the card for the baby. Because if I don't get myself into gear, 2 weeks with only 1 weekend is not enough to do it on time. I'm gonna make a video next. I don't know when I'm gonna edit it and put it on. It might be today, maybe a couple of days. I'm gonna start showing you some of the stuff I have. So it's gonna be quick, short videos. And I'm gonna create a playlist somehow to put them all in. And the one I'm gonna start will be Anchor. I only have 11 kits on Anchor. So yeah, I'll make a short video to put later. Bye. See you guys.